The way we're building online marketplaces is changing. AI, no-code tools, boilerplates, all of that makes it much faster to build online marketplaces. So what used to take many months can now be done in a few days on a weekend. My name is Rasmus and I build multiple online marketplaces, and in this video I'll take you through the key steps you should always go through when you're about to build your own marketplace MVP, no matter if you are a coder or not. Let's do it. The first step in building a marketplace isn't about coding or picking a platform. It's about validating if your idea actually has some kind of demand. And 3 questions you should just ask yourself is: who are my buyers and sellers? Are people already solving this problem in another way? And would someone actually pay for this? A very quick way to quickly get some more information is of course to ask an AI like ChatGPT. Next, go to where your users are hanging out and try and find out as much as you can about them. So if you, for instance, are targeting podcasters, you could go to this Reddit thread about podcasting and then try and, first of all, read as much as you can about them, but also ask them questions to find out if there's actually a need for what you are thinking of building. Another great way to validate your idea is to basically find competing sites on Google, on ChatGPT, or in some other way, and then do as much research as you can about them. So, for instance, I once had an idea about building a marketplace for renting out your spare or your actual surfboard when you're not using it. But after finding this marketplace, I decided then in the end not to, just because I could feel that it was quite difficult to get both sides to connect. I could kind of see that on this marketplace. And these guys had been going for a long time. So in the end, I decided not to actually build it. And then remember that most marketplaces start small within a niche and then go from there. So for instance, Airbnb, they started in just one city. Uber, they started just in San Francisco. So narrow down as much as you can on one niche and then take it from there. And then last but not least, ask yourself this question: would I use what I'm about to build myself? And can I find at least 10 people who would also use what I'm about to build? If the answer is yes, then let's move on to the next step, which is basically choosing the right tech for you. Now that you've validated your idea, it's time to find out how you are actually going to build your marketplace. And I would say that there are 3 ways you can do this, and they each come with their pros and cons, and it really depends on your skills and on your budget. First way to build a marketplace is to go for a no-code platform like ShareTribe or like Bubble. They are great for quickly building an MVP fast, and they're great if you are not technical. You will, however, be limited by what the platform offers, so building specific features might get a little bit tricky down the line. Also, this can get quite expensive. Remember that building a marketplace usually takes at least 1 year to get both sides to fully connect and for you to actually make some revenue on your marketplace. But that doesn't necessarily mean that this is a bad direction for you to go. It depends on your skills and on your budget. So if you have 0 coding skills, this could be a viable option for you to take. Just have in mind that you will go for a platform that gives you a little bit less flexibility, and it will cost you quite some money over time. The next option is to go for a boilerplate like mine that is called Speedbuild Marketplace. The good thing about going in this direction is that everything is set up for you from the beginning, and then you basically take your marketplace in whatever direction you want to take it. So you don't have to worry about setting up Auth, Stripe Connect, email and all that stuff. That is already there from the beginning. You just have to connect it to your accounts, and then you basically go from there. The good thing about this, at least in my opinion, is that you can then take all the components that the boilerplate comes with and then adjust them or build on top of that using AI, of course. So that makes it super flexible. However, the downside of going in this direction is that you need to be a little bit technical and you need to know how to use ChatGPT or GitHub Copilot, for instance. The third option is to hire a developer or a team of developers to build the marketplace you want. So this is going to be the most expensive route to take, of course, but it's going to be also very flexible because you can tell them exactly what you want them to build for you. So this is a good route to take if you have a high budget and you are not technical at all. And actually a fourth option would be to go to one of these co-founder matching platforms like the one we're looking at here on Y Combinator, sign up there and then try and convince a person there to actually become a co-founder in your company in order to build the marketplace that you want. So this could be a good option if you are not technical, of course. Then you would be able to find someone maybe who could build the marketplace for you without you giving him any money up front. You would probably have to give him some shares in your company, of course, but this could also be an option if you are technical but you want one more to join your team, and then you can maybe build your marketplace faster. So this is also a direction you could take. And in order to help you out with making this decision, I made like a fun tool that I added on Speedbuild Marketplace. I'll add the link in the description. But you basically just answer a couple of questions and then it will tell you what your best options probably are. So for instance, in this example here, it is telling me that I should probably go for a no-code tool like ShareTribe or Bubble. So go ahead and test it out. So now that you decided your tech stack for your marketplace, let's now just discuss some of the key features that your marketplace needs. First up, it's of course absolutely crucial that there's a way to sign up or to sign in for your users. Secondly, you need a way for your users to manage their listings, so a My Listings area, you could say. Thirdly, you need to make it possible for users to buy and sell from each other on your marketplace. And usually the way to go here is to use Stripe Connect for all your payment flow so that you don't have to build all of this yourself. You usually also need a messaging system of some sort so that users can message each other, usually before they choose to buy. And it's also really nice to have some sort of search mechanism so that your users quickly can find what they are basically looking for. Great, so these are the main features that you pretty much always will need to have. Now let's talk about the design. So in my experience, it's best to keep it simple and understandable. So keep the H1, the main title, as simple as possible so that people understand what this marketplace is all about. Now make sure that your marketplace is not only looking good on desktop but also on tablet and on mobile phones. And a good way to get inspiration is just to look at successful marketplaces like, for instance, Airbnb. It's super beautiful, so you can get a lot of inspiration by just looking at that marketplace. So now that the design is set, let's talk about deploying your marketplace and launching it. If you're building on a no-code platform, you usually don't have to worry about this, but if you're building yourself, you could, for instance, host on Vercel or on DigitalOcean. If your marketplace is very slow, it can kill conversions, so use a tool like Lighthouse to quickly check the load times on your marketplace. And before you launch your MVP to the public, it's good to get user feedback to find out if you have some major issues that you need to fix before you actually go live. So find 5 to 10 people that can give you feedback. If you can't find anyone in your network, you can use a paid tool like usertesting.com where people will actually test out your MVP and give you feedback, but that does cost money though. And then finally, once you tested and checked everything, it's time to launch your marketplace. And this is usually the time where marketplace builders realize that building the actual marketplace MVP was the easy part. Now it's all about solving the chicken and the egg issue, so getting both the supply side but also the buyer side to actually interact and transact with each other. I made a couple of videos about this actually, so you should check them out. I'll put them in the description below. That's it guys, I hope you liked it and that you found some value in it. So if you're considering building your own marketplace, by the way, then please reach out to me. I would love to jump on a call with you to discuss your idea and help you in any way I can help you. I already talked to some of you guys and I also learned a lot from just talking to you guys. So please reach out to me if you have a marketplace idea that you're considering building, or if you already have one that you are building and would like my feedback on it, then please reach out to me. Okay guys, until next time, see you, bye bye.